right. Good afternoon. Live. Can't we not go early? Maybe I should have changed that. Anyway, look, welcome to Driving Live Australia. I will be your host this afternoon, Sarge, and we are in sunny Mackay, and that is what is out in front of us at the moment, Mackay. And I flew up here this morning, and yep, I'm working up and around these parts for the next week and a half. So I thought we could do a yeah, that's terrible. That's all right. I've still got to get used to this how you go live and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, we are live. So today I am starting work tomorrow morning in Bowen, and so I thought maybe the Bowen Spaceport isn't too far past the township of Bowen, so I was thinking we should try and see if we can see it. So a couple of hour drive. We're testing another test of the Starlink again. I mean, I say test, but I mean, I guess it's always going to be a test, but how beautiful. Let's see, a little zoom. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. And yep, just the township of Mackay. Just sorting out all the tech, which is what happens on a live stream. Make sure everything's working. Make sure the sound's working. I've got the GoPro that seems to be working. What do you call it? Not GoPro. The Rode Wireless Go 2. Tezza and I shared that on Sunday, driving all around Brisbane and out west. I'm super keen to get another one. I'm going to write, how's the weather? How's the weather? Does that make me number one? Yes, finally number one on the live chat. That won't take too long for someone to take over with that one. Anyway, let's go, because I don't know how long my bladder can last. So back to the manual. Back to driving a manual. All right, so we are actually at Rotary Lookout here in South Mackay. No, North Mackay. South Mackay's that way. North Mackay. Weather's a little bit hazy, but quite beautiful. It's not too hot. It's probably 28 degrees outside. Yeah, winter's over, that's for sure. All right, no reverse camera today, because I'll put the thumbnail up. Well, there was a thumbnail before. Let's see if we can get around this roundabout. So yeah, Rotary Lookout here in North Mackay. It's a very tight roundabout. There we go. So I'm in the work ute. The, what do you call it? Space cab, king cab, extra cab, HiLux with the little suicide doors. We have the Starlink mounted on top. Maxi. Awesome, thank you. You can do the 5x5s here. I like the 5x5s. Tezza, are you at work today, Tezza? I take it. Yeah, you know where I am. You know where I am. Oh, hello, puppy doggy. We're going to go across. You want to go across, buddy? G'day, boy. I think he's looking at what I'm looking at. Right, so that's my first time up at Rotary Lookout. We'll make our way back down, and Tez is saying he's been to that lookout a few times. I have no doubt, mate. I have no doubt. All right, we're going left or right? Are we going left or right? Come on. It says start driving. Waze is having a conniption. Waze doesn't know how to get to... Let's just put in Bowen. Bowen. Let's get to Bowen first. Go now, 2 hours. All right, go left. Cool. Lucky there's no cars behind me, which you wouldn't know. But yeah, today there's no rear camera. I only brought one camera with me because I knew this HiLux doesn't have rear view. It's got a big box on the back. So I didn't bring the second camera. Although I do have the laptop camera on, so Tezza enjoyed the laptop camera on Sunday. We just missed, if I'd have started the stream 5 minutes earlier, just as I was heading up the top of Rotary Lookout there, the road was pretty sort of mostly closed on the way up where the dual lanes are. A big piece of mining equipment was making its way, I'm assuming, to the port. Police escorts, pilot vehicles, and took up the whole one side of the road, 2 lanes. So shame we missed that, but we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, see some of that with some more streaming in the next over the next week and a half. It is a good view. It is a good view from up there. First time, won't be the last time. Won't be the last time. All right, so we'll make our way out to the Bruce Highway. So we can inspect the Bruce Highway. Anyone in Queensland knows that the Bruce Highway, being the national highway, is not the best. Not the best highway. Especially north of Gympie. And Mackay being the same distance away from Brisbane as Sydney is. So basically 1,000 kilometres between Brisbane and Mackay. And then another sort of 1,000 odd kilometres to get up to Cairns. Queensland, one of the biggest states in the world, isn't it? It's still only second biggest in Australia. Can't wait to get over to the west and start live streaming and driving around Western Australia. But in the next couple of weeks, there'll be a trip to Bathurst, and then from Bathurst up to, let's just say I'm going to aim to try and get to, is it Popple Corner, the southwest, one of the southwest corners of Queensland, that border. I think that's the good one. There's Cameron's Corner. There's a couple of corners, and then yeah, I just realised I need the left lane between now and the roundabout. So I need to turn left at the roundabout in a couple hundred metres. So let's see. Or I could go right and then go right around the roundabout. Nah, plenty of room. No one next to me. Nice. So that's the goal. I will be sort of hanging out. I'll be as close as I've ever been to the southwest corner of Queensland, where it borders Queensland, South Australia, and the Northern Territory. So that will be an awesome place to let rip with the Starlink. Alrighty, about to turn right onto the Bruce Highway. So So last time Maxie was here, he was moving to Darwin. Cow, good to see you, buddy. Oh, just when you have to go to work. Sorry, mate. My hands are tied with the timing. But I do want to get my stream done before any plane spotting streams may start this afternoon. So, fingers crossed, we won't overlap. Not that it's mega, you know. What else? So, Cow, sorry you have to go to work, buddy. Cow's using correct language so the bot doesn't pull him up. Mount Pleasant. Is that Merc? Is that how you say it? Merc? You're driving a Merc. Yes, Mackay. Henry's there too. Cow, Henry. All the good people. All right. Anyway, I do miss my co-pilot. I miss having Tezza sitting here. So, but if anyone can fill the awkward silence for a couple of hours on the drive, yeah, that's something I can do. Let's see, let's see if we can get any more subscribers. I'm assuming this is going out live on YouTube. Sorry, what's the other one? Facebook as well. I wonder if it's on TikTok. TikTok. I'll tell you about TikTok, Maxie. I tried to beam out through Restream. I can go out on 3 platforms. So I'd hooked up TikTok Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. So, and when I tried to do TikTok, it stopped it pretty much straight away and said, what they do, they banned me from driving live because it was against their community guidelines, because it was too dangerous. Too dangerous. So TikTok thinks it's too dangerous for me to drive and talk at the same time. Yet YouTube and Facebook don't have a problem with it. Go Land Cruiser. There we go. All right, heading towards Proserpine. All right, climbing out of Mackay. So what were you looking for, Henry? Was it your AirPods, your little in-ear speakers, is that right? Yeah, TikTok has an issue with driving. So anyway, I don't know if it's I don't think it's not worked before. I think it started and then it stopped, so I've never seen it. So, although, what is that? Oh, that's just a photo. Yeah, so anyway, TikTok, no big deal. I don't care. Facebook, however, hello to anybody watching the stream on Facebook. I should say that. I'm not watching it, so if anyone comments on Facebook, if I could ask, a moderator could, in fact, just write a comment on there saying, hey, if you're watching. I did ask Terry to do that on Sunday. I don't know if you did that, mate. I don't remember seeing it. And back into the manual. Well, I did drive a manual on the stream a couple of weeks ago for Father's Day in the in the Falcon, the big Falcon. Geez, it's different up here. The obviously the sugarcane it's quite short at the moment, so I'd say has been harvested a little bit earlier this year, and it's some new cane growing, so that's cool. And the mountains, you got all these flats where all the cane fields are, and then you got all these mountains pop up. It's pretty cool. If you've never been up around this way, I know Maxie said that last time he was up here, he was moving to Darwin, so you wouldn't have hung around for very long. 100k zone, 6 gear time. So I have this vehicle that I'm in. I've put thousands and thousands of kilometers on this vehicle. Master Surveying, which is who I'm working for at the moment. Thank you, Michael, Mickey B. This used to have all of the decals on it and everything, and then we were going to sell it because it was getting a bit old. How many Ks? I can't even see how many Ks are on it at the moment. Oh, it's that button, isn't it? It's 211,000 kilometers. So we usually get rid of our vehicles that are like about like the 100,000, 150,000, rotate through new vehicles. But this one was a bit special. It's got the inverter, which the laptop is running off the inverter. It's got a fridge, the big box on the back, which all the surveying tools fit in the back of. And so yeah, so I'd pulled all the decals off it. We got it ready to sell, and then the boss is like, "Oh, we could use that vehicle." And then yeah, I've definitely put a fair few thousand Ks on it since then. It's been stuck up in. Might just clean the windscreen. Let's go. Just had a bug splat. So let's, there's a push bike that guy's riding a long way with all of his gear. All right, that should be okay. Hopefully that window's clean enough. Cruise control. Henry, we're heading to the Bowen Spaceport. I know, I had it all written, I had it all typed up and all nice and neat and tidy in and thumbnail and everything, and then I messed it up. So anyway, I'll fix that up later after I finish the stream. I'll fix up the thumbnail and the title and the comments and all that. But we're heading to the Bowen Spaceport. I'm overnighting in Bowen tonight and then starting my work out of there tomorrow. So I thought, having a few plane spotters on the channel, I thought I think it's interesting as too. I don't know, I'm assuming most peeps watching at the moment is watched the launch. It was about a month or two ago. I think it got about 50 meters high before it come crashing back down to the earth and exploded. So anyway, we're going to try and see if we can, how close we can get like to their front gate, or to see if there's sort of any area that you can sort of look out and see the spaceport. Might not be the most interesting of finishing to the stream, but we're going to give it a go. Plus, I'm going to be up near that way tonight anyway. I hope it'll be cool too, Tezza and Henry. So better than just ending the stream in a McDonald's car park. And again, I think there will be less obstructions for the Starlink, so hopefully less on the glitching. Actually, I'll do a speed test right now, but the thing is, the speed test, I've worked this out. I'm doing the speed test on the phone that's in the cradle, in the quad lock. You might be able to see it up there in the corner of the screen. So about 150 megabytes per second download and around 25 megasecond upload, or up to 30. So I know that I can live stream. I know that I still get good quality live stream at about 10, like if it gets down to sort of 10 megabytes per second, which it's sort of, well, it's sort of said it's averaging that. So, but then it does depend on, you know, how much foliage is above us. But no tunnels today. I didn't bring the 5G router because it'll basically just all be Starlink. Leap Hotel. I give a 4X. I'll definitely be having a bevy at the hotel in Bowen tonight. I'll be catching up with my protection officer. So my job for the next 9 days is auditing the level crossings on the Horizon rail network. So basically I'll be dodging trains. And to do that, I need to have a protection officer with me as I'll be driving through the rail corridor. It's a pretty cool job, actually. I do about 30 days worth of it at the end of each year in 3 lots, so 3 sort of 10-day lots. Come up here, do about 30 level crossings, and then shoot back home, come up again a few weeks later and do that 3 times. Playing chicken with trains, 100%. I'll get some. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will put a couple of shorts up. I'll get some video when I'm at work, because trains come past quite regularly. Some bloody long trains too, like 2-kilometer long trains. If they're going past at speed, like 80 to 100 k's an hour, I might be able to fit a whole train on one YouTube short, maybe. But I'll get a little bit of footage. And I'll stick them up as shorts instead of just trying to crack out a live stream. Maxie has a job. Whereabouts, Max? What state? Do you have a friend that does that job? What's for Smoko, Henry? Oh, good question. Honestly, I won't say I was running late this morning, but I got on, my flight was at 6 a.m. Let's just say, and when you fly, so it was a Wi-Fi flight, so I was able to watch some YouTube. My flight was at 6 a.m., boarding at 5:30 a.m. Let's just say I didn't get breakfast, and I arrived with the way Brisbane Airport is at the moment, and where they've got the security set up, which is like under a tent out the front of the terminal. Let's just say I got to the gate as they called my group to go through and get my seat. So I had no time to spare. No time for coffee, no time for breakfast. My Uber driver this morning was cool. He was cool. We talked about the channel. I almost always ask my Uber driver or my taxi driver. So they're almost always from Punjab in India, and I always like to quiz them about their driving culture over in India. And anyway, so I'll finish your question first, Henry. I'll come back to it. So anyway, I had a late breakfast in Mackay just before I went live. So let's just say I've already had smoko. It was a late breakfast and a coffee, so I'm good to go. To be honest, I don't know if I'll last 2 hours before needing to go for a rest break. So we'll see. We'll see. Yep, in Victoria. Yeah, look, I think there's talk around the office. So I have been doing this for the last 4 years, and I know other surveyors in my company have been doing it for a few years before that too. Auditing the level crossings. I might do a quick short on that's what I'm doing out there, because it is a part of road safety. As we go across a rail level crossing right here, that is a cane train level crossing. Yeah, look, it's road safety, so I'll do a short and chuck it up on the channel on what I'm doing out here. And I think we're also going to try and get into the Queensland Railway side of things too. So I only do the Horizon network. There's one level crossing I've done where there's actually 4 train lines across the level crossing. There was 2 Horizon. This is on the Bruce Highway near Serena, near Mackay. 2 Horizon tracks, 1 QR track and 1 sugarcane train track. And even though it's one level crossing, I'm only able to work on the Horizon tracks. I wasn't allowed to work in and around the Queensland track or the Queensland Rail track or the sugarcane track, because my protection officer, my PO, doesn't have jurisdiction there. So Henry, I like you looking after my welfare, mate, with me. Look, you know what? I might possibly just stop in at Proserpine quickly. Speed camera. I wonder if Waze. Where are you, Waze? Mobile police camera. There it is. Yes, it is. Anywhere, anytime. Thank you, Waze users. Look, I might just pull in quickly. There's a decent servo at Proserpine. I just need to remember not to drive under the roof. I might just duck in and park out like in the not undercovered area. I tell you what, I really enjoy getting away and driving out of the city. People up around these areas, I'm just going to say it out flat. There's so many less morons. There's less traffic, obviously, but I think also per capita, as in per vehicle on the road, there's also less morons. Everyone up here is driving for a purpose, whether it be for work, as in like what I'm doing, contractors, transport operators, or caravans. A lot of caravans, as we're about to pass one. Cuttable Hotel, just off to the right. Another thing out here. Oh, there's a sugarcane train on the left. There we go. Train spotting channel. There, got away from the loco driver hanging off the side there. Yeehaw. And that's another thing too. People out of the city are so much more friendly too. I really like coming up here, being out of the city. Mitch. G'day, Mitch. Good to have you on board, mate. I take it you're not doing a stream at the moment, buddy. Welcome to Central Queensland, Mackay, about 1,000 kilometres north of Brisbane, about 2,000 kilometres north of Max. Still about 4,000 kilometres east of you, Mitch. Cuttable. Cute little town. Can't say there'd be too many people that live here. Diesel 174.9 cents a litre. Yes, that's what I'll be reading out now, because I don't own any diesel vehicles myself. I think I've got, how many vehicles? 14, 13, something like that. No diesels. I did have a diesel. It was a bus that was a converted motorhome, but it was too rusty. I got rid of it. I drove it straight across the road to the metal recyclers, so it's gone. But the work vehicles are diesel, so... Yeah, Mitch, school buddy. Yeah, fair call, mate, fair call. Is it not school holidays in Western Australia at the moment? Today is day 4 of school holidays here in Queensland. So it was Ask Terry. How was traffic on Sunday afternoon trying to get back to Terry's place for the I got him home in time for the football with 3 minutes to spare. 3 minutes to spare. And I must say, I did not watch 1 second of that game. I was supposed to go home and watch it, but ended up getting sidetracked, but I still backed the Panthers, and which came home for a win. So very, very happy. Very happy. That's Mitch. I don't know if Mitch knows what rugby league is. He's probably watching AFL over there. Well, I believe the Brisbane Lions had a win too, so there you go. Little rest areas. Palm Tree Creek rest area. Oh, you crook, Mitch. That's no good. How was you didn't get sick from your marathon live stream the other day, did you? That was epic. Was that from sun up to sundown? Crazy. I jumped on at the start. There's no way I was going to go all day. That's an epic stream, mate. I hope it went well. I might have to watch it back, go through it a little bit, and see how much of a good day you had. Yeah, traffic was insane on Sunday, Henry. Put it this way, we were coming back in from, for those who didn't watch the stream, coming back in from Kilcoy, and yeah, Waze had us going all these back streets of Caboolture through Belmere and all sorts of carry on. But lucky I grew up there, so I knew a shortcut, which saved 10 minutes, which definitely got Tezza back for the footy. Set this cruise control. I'm trying to remember last time I drove a 6-speed manual. The big Falcon's only a 4-speed. Although it does 100 kilometres an hour in first, so you don't need 6 speeds, but... Cow was out, Cow was in the bush. Well, we were in the bush too, Cow. You know, you saw it. We were out with your brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews. All the cousins, the cow cousins. So, we are due in to Bowen. It's 150 kilometres. We're due in around 2:30 this afternoon, but we'll stop quickly. I won't shut anything down. I can't turn the car off because the Starlink is connected. I got a aftermarket cigarette lighter for the Starlink, designed for it. So, and that's okay. It's got a little inverter on it, a little converter. It seems to be, it's not even hot. Little heat sink thingy, DC to DC. Anyway, Starlink on the roof. The Starlink is actually Wi-Fi'd to the laptop, so the stream comes from the inbuilt modem with Wi-Fi. My phone is Wi-Fi'd. The laptop is Wi-Fi'd, so there's no data cable, there's no Ethernet cable coming from the dish into the car. I do have the cable for the power, so there is one small cable going out to the dish. It's funny calling it a dish when it's flat. It's a flat rectangle, but I could call it an array. What's the term? A something array? Anyway. Yeah. Max, give Cal a ring. We'll have to get Maxie can give me a call soon, maybe. Maybe on maybe just on Messenger or something. That might work. Anyway, on Sunday with Tezza, I did have a data cable. I had an Ethernet cable plugged into the Starlink Mini and going down into the Lexus and plugged directly into the 5G router in the WAN connection. So it did fail over. We drove through some tunnels and it did fail over from Starlink to 5G, but it took what? Let's just say between a minute and 2 minutes, maybe around 90 seconds for that to happen. So we're definitely going to have to talk about fixing up some settings, putting some rules in for the failover so it fails over quicker. You just wanted to say Musa, didn't you, Henry? Kaylin, and what is that one? Kylie Joe. Max, you know what? Max, I'm glad that you're a moderator on this channel, because the more I drive around, the more you have trips down memory lane. The more you pop up with your comments saying, oh, I remember last time I was here, last time I was here, last time I was here. Yeah. That's, yeah, I hope obviously moving forward with the channel that a lot of people get to experience that. If they can't be here, let's bring it to them. Let's bring the road trips to people. Actually, I did have to duck into JB Hi-Fi before to buy something, and it only ended up being a 3-meter power cable, so I could connect the inverter, which is in the back box, in through to the laptop. So the laptop is charged, which means the camera is fully charged. Starlink is connected to the, and in this HiLux, because it's an older version, it doesn't have the constant power supply in the back of the center console like the new ones do. So I can't turn the car off, otherwise Starlink drops out. But the inverter will stay on, so the laptop will keep getting charged. So, I mean, I didn't bring a lot of the gear that I normally use back in Brisbane. So the big battery inverter. I didn't even bring a power bank with me. One camera, just the no headphones, none of the Rode headphones. Just got the Rode wireless mic. Henry's talking about storms. Oh, nice BMW. Was that an M2? Hello, very nice. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more off-road vehicles up this way than sports cars. So when I get up around this way, sports cars stand out more to me, or anything that you'd normally see around the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sunny Coast. Up here, they stand out more because you don't see them as often. It's just HiLux, Land Cruiser, Ranger Danger, Navaras, Tritons, Amaroks, the Isuzu, the Mazda BT50s. That's for the eye, as far as the eye can see up here. Yeah, thank you, Cal. Adios, amigo. Have a good afternoon. We will catch up again soon. Thank you, Max. Yeah, nothing wrong with that message. Unless it was Tezza. Oh, Tezza's still there. Bloomsbury. Where's Bloomsbury? We knew you might have been on the phone, Max. 9 peeps, that's pretty cool. I'm a bit devo because I set up, actually, if, I don't know, if someone backs out and has a look at my channel, is the thumbnail still up for this trip? That I'm not, oh, how do I say this? So I scheduled this stream, and I thought all I had to do was hit start streaming and I thought it would attach itself to that. Anyway, I had the thumbnail up and all the description done and everything, and then when I started the stream, it just started a separate stream. So I don't know if it's because I started the stream earlier than the scheduled time. But anyway, the stream's working, but right, well, hey, look, every time I go through a small town in that Tesla, I'll be calling out names, rest areas, all that sort of stuff. That's what the channel's about. Safe driving, road rules, you know, discovering Australia. I'm looking forward to taking this channel overseas too. Actually, I heard something. With the Starlink, apparently you can't use Starlink in Japan whilst moving. Oh, there's a cow joke. Moving. Two ladies gone. So I was just sort of doing some research on Starlink, and I can't remember, I was watching it yesterday, and someone said there was 2 countries in particular that you're not permitted to use Starlink whilst moving. So, oh, here we go, Kyoji. How do you say this little town's name? I'll give it a crack. Here's the sign. Kolijo? Is it Kolijo? Kolijo? Oh, I'm terrible. I've driven through here a few times. I don't think I've ever tried to pronounce the name. Yeah, I know what the thumbnail for this stream is, but if you go onto the channel, is the stream prior to, is it still say that scheduled stream for this trip? They just didn't connect. I need to get better at making that happen. Hello, police? What are the police doing? Hello, police? I'm not speeding. What are they doing? Oh, they're eating. Oh, what? Oh, I thought that was a pie van. That was another police van. All the cops were standing around the back of the police van, not looking at me. Oh, I was doing 80 anyway, so it's all good. Kolijo. Is that right? Did I get it right this time? Who wrote that? Maxi, good on you, mate. Thank you. You're good at breaking the syllables down for towns. I've duly noted. You've done that a few times, mate. Good work. The Bruce Freeway. Well, it's free. It's only free because there's no tolls up this way. I'll tell you what though, beautiful view of the sky. If most of the driving is going to be like this, so there's no, there's no obstructions to the satellites. So yeah, but that's something we need to check before we go overseas, is any particular country we might go to, are you not permitted to use Starlink whilst you're moving in a vehicle? Heaven forbid we don't want to get pulled over in Japan, because I heard Japan was one of those countries. Kalen? Yeah, there's so many police cars. That's been 4 within 2 minutes for a little country town. Kolijo. And Maxi's still doing the enunciation. Kalen. Yeah, that one's easy. What's down here? We got some vehicles stopped on the left. Nah, just stopped. No biggie. Jumper Creek. Definitely don't need to wear a jumper up here. But how good are the cane fields? Keep an eye out for Bloomsbury. Oh, I need to remember this HiLux doesn't have adaptive cruise control. All the other HiLuxes in our company do, but this one doesn't. So I only just remembered that as I was like, oh, hang on a second. We're getting a little bit close to the I-30 in front of us, and I was like, oh yeah, this one doesn't have adaptive cruise control. How much we start relying on technology. This one doesn't have, here we go. Oh, I went for the paddle shift. Hey Tezza, I was trying to downshift with the paddles. No paddles on the HiLux. Juicy. Pindi. What is it? Pindi. State School. There we go. So, yeah, to the right of us is the North Coast line. That is the train line. It's weird looking at the main train line and having no electrification. But that's the main train line that goes to Cairns. That's the line that has the Queenslander a couple of times a week, which I'm pretty keen to do. I'm pretty keen to do the Queenslander, the Garn, and the Indian Pacific. Not cheap these days. Not cheap. Used to be cheaper than flying. Not anymore. Not anymore. False paddle shift, Henry. Yeah, mate. I went for the downshift on the left hand. There's no shift. There's no paddle on the HiLux. I wonder if the what is it? The GR Sport HiLux. I wonder if it's got paddle shift. I did ask that question a week or two ago, but I don't know if I got an answer on it. But then obviously the other thing is too, no paddle shift. It would never have paddle shift because this is manual. So, yeah. Yep, my first reaction was to downshift with the paddle. Oh, I've been driving autos for too long. I do like shifting between autos and manuals though. It's good fun. It's good practice. I haven't hit the windscreen wipers by accident either because I've gone from driving the Lexus to the HiLux. So I've got the indicators every time. Oh, that's cool. 5 days a week for the Queenslander. Yeah, does it still have the car carriers on the back? Because I would be keen. How's this? How's this for a live stream? We go up in a car, like a cool car, like one of my cars, and then we put the car on the carriage and come back. I mean, we don't have to. We could just get a hire car drive from Brisbane to Cairns, and then road trip that one. We live stream that one, and then yeah, come back on the train. Sick. That'd be super cool. And we could live stream on the train. We could mount the cameras to the window of the train. I don't know that Starlink would work, but I'm pretty sure they'd have Wi-Fi. So they might have enough bandwidth to be able to live stream. I mean, yeah. I'm assuming, well, actually, you know what? If the Queenslander itself didn't have Starlink, that would be crazy. It'd be crazy if they weren't already hooked up. Spirit of Queensland. Hang on, Spirit of Queensland, doesn't that go west? Spirit. So it's not called the Queenslander North now. Is it called the Spirit of Queensland? I know there's the Westlander. There's a Westlander. I know you can still. I'm pretty sure you can catch a train out to Winton, or at least Longreach. I think that's the Westlander. All right, Queenslander finished up. But it's, okay, so there's no car carriages on the Spirit of Queensland, is that what we're saying? So we'll just hire a car. That's a good trip. Actually, probably not. I probably wouldn't do a trip to Cairns from now, moving forward into the summer. I think that's something we could look at doing winter next year. I think a live stream drive from Brisbane to Cairns, or even and then bump up into Cooktown, because that drive along the coast is amazing. I've done it once or twice, I think on a motorcycle as well. So years ago, 20-something years ago. Spirit of the Outback. Oh, come on. No, there's also a Westlander. I'm pretty sure there is a train called the Westlander, or at least there used to be. But Spirit of the Outback, yes. There you go. There's lots of spirits. I tell you what, though, I'd be probably drinking a few spirits. Max, you're all over it, mate. Seriously, you are a wealth of knowledge. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, Spirit of Queensland. Yes, but let's just say the Spirit of Queensland is kind of taken over from the old Queenslander. Yeah, replace the Queenslander. And the Sunlander, yes. I'd forgotten about it. All right, how do you say this one, Max? Yalbaroo? This little town of like about 5 houses here at Alligator Creek. Yalbaroo. 1, 2, 3, 4, literally 5 houses in a row on the left there. Oh, there's one set back there. There you go. I'll call it's actually, it could be a school. I don't know. So, like, it wouldn't surprise me. QR come along, they've got the Sunlander, the Queenslander, the Westlander, and somebody becomes the new CEO of QR. So they go, you know what, we need to change the names. Let's call it the Spirit of Queensland. We don't need a Sunlander anymore. We'll run the Spirit of Queensland 5 times a week. We don't need the Westlander anymore. We'll call that one the Spirit of the Outback. It wouldn't surprise me if that's what happened. Oh, Mickey B, nice to have you here, mate. You could say this is well, we're testing out the Starlink on the. Actually, there is somebody else in the company that runs a Starlink on their HiLux. I think Savannah, out at Emerald. I think he's got one. Michael, I only just got to the plane this morning. Thank you to my awesome Uber driver, but it did take a while for him to get to me. So, but anyway, motorcycle. Oh, the ZX14R. That's a big bike. ZX14R Ninja, the big Kawasaki. Awesome cruise bike. If you want a big sports bike, that's a good one to ride around Australia. Oh, I've been on the tilt train a few times. I'll have to thank Mickey B for that one too. He's put me on the tilt train before. Sent me north. Thanks, boss. Yeah, the tilt train's cool. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, there's 2 types of tilt trains. There's a diesel tilt train and an electric tilt train. Let's see if we can clarify that one. Spirit of the Outback, the Westlander, the Inlander, and the Spirit of the Outback. Oh, you've said that twice. You mean Spirit of Queensland. An electric tilt train. There's a diesel tilt train as well, no? I'm pretty sure there's still a diesel, or at least a diesel passenger train. Not so much a locomotive like the Spirit of Queensland. I'm pretty sure there's a diesel one. I actually look at the tilt train every time I open my work laptop. I took a pretty awesome photo whilst doing this exact job, standing next to a level crossing when the tilt train came through at 160 kilometers an hour and managed to snap off a really nice photo of it. So, okay, right, there you go. There we go. That's okay. That makes sense. Though the Spirit of Queensland, which replaced the Queenslander, is the diesel tilt train. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, we've turned into a train spotting channel, all because I got a wave from a sugarcane driver before. I'll tell you what. Oh, we got is he flashing his lights? No. So that looked like a pilot vehicle, but no big truckload. So. Yeah, nah, picked up your typo. Two Spirits of the Outback. Nah, we got what you meant. Good job. Well done, team. Well done for researching the trains. So yeah, but thinking that the North Coast line is, from Cairns to Brisbane, and we've not seen one train. Like, there's so little train traffic on this section of line, especially compared to the tracks that I'm going to be working on the Horizon network. 2 kilometre long coal trains, literally as long as the eye can see, for the most part. How's the stream been holding up, everyone? Whoops, keep putting my hand across the microphone. I know there hasn't been much in the way of overhead foliage and tree coverage. So I would hope that the stream hasn't had many glitches, to be honest. Oh, there was one called the Midlander. You know what we're missing? We're missing a Highlander. Although you could probably, you know what? You could call the Coranda Railway up out of Cairns. You could call that one a Highlander. That one's pretty cool. Oh, sweet Henry. Max, thank you. 5x5, that's so good. YouTube and Facebook. Maxie, you're all over it, mate. Thank you. How many views on the Facebook? $36 views, 1 comment. Oh, thank you, Max. Yeah, I need to try and make it so that when the Facebook pops up, that we can encourage people to go across to the YouTube, because we're not going to get hours watched if people are watching it on the Facebook. So if we can make the Facebook and the TikTok, when that gets up and running and they don't keep telling me what I'm doing is against their community guidelines, then we can, just encourage people, politely encourage people to, if you see it, if you like what you're watching, come across to YouTube and jump on the live chat. Subscribe and jump on the live chat. That would be cool as we go over the top of the North Coast line. Maxie, you need Highlands. We do have Highlands. The Coranda Railway up out of Cairns to Kuranda, I would call that Highlands. Or actually, Tezza might agree, the train line, Tezza, you've been on this train, the train that goes to Toowoomba, I'd say going up that range would be a Highlander. Yeah, Rocky too. I would really like to, I just want to catch a train, at least do it once. Do the Spirit of Queensland to Cairns, or at least from Cairns back to Brisbane. So live stream one way in a hire car and then back. Same with Perth too, to be honest. Like, I am planning to do a full proper live stream non-stop in a hire car from Sydney to Perth. Oh, Bloomsbury Country Markets, here we go. Here we go, Tezza. So yeah, am definitely planning, and then hopefully catch up with Mitch over and catch up with Mitch for a live stream out of Perth Airport. That would be awesome. Yep, I'll be doing my next live stream from Brisbane to Sydney in only a couple of weeks' time. And then, yeah, a live stream, Bloomsbury, here we go. And then a live stream from Bathurst to southwest Queensland. Just massive outback. We'll just get past this caravan before he pulls out. How old is that caravan? That's an old school caravan, that one. I think I've stopped at that Caltex before, so I've been here. I've definitely driven through here a few times, but that's one part about this channel. It makes me take more notice of my surroundings. The other thing is too, helps you not fall asleep at the wheel. Heaven forbid, we don't want that. What's SOTO? Oh, Spirit of the Outback. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, gotcha with the acronym there, Max. Thank you. There's now no passenger service by train between Longreach and Winton. I think maybe you're wrong there. And I'm going to say, and I know this because I've got a photo of it, and this is why I need to have a Discord for the channel. Hello, Commodore. Got a Commodore up on blocks on the road there, on the side of the road. There is an old rail motor, the Silver Bullet. I think it's a 3-carriage Silver Bullet. Ones that I used to catch into Brisbane when I was a kid. There's one at Longreach. I'm pretty sure it definitely goes to Barcaldine, but I'm pretty sure there's day trips and stuff to Winton. So I know it's not, I don't know that you'd call it a regular service, but it's like a nostalgia train trip on the old diesel Silver Bullet out of Longreach. That would be a good one to check up, because again, that would be a fun trip to go on. Catch the Silver Bullet to Winton. I'm pretty sure I read it definitely goes from Longreach to Barcaldine, but I would like to think that it would go to Winton as well for day trips and stuff. It's not been out there very long, Henry. I've got photos of it sitting. It's got its own shed out there that it sits in when it's not being used. But if you Google it, you will find it. You will find, if you type in Silver Bullet rail motor Longreach, actually it might be, yeah, so I think it might be called like a Heritage Train Tours or something. No, I don't think it was there in 2022. I think it's only in the last sort of 2 years that it got moved out there. Dar River. Anyway, lots of train talk. Lots of train talk. How about rockets? Let's talk about rockets. I'm assuming everybody here watched the Gilmore space launch out of the Bowen Spaceport. When was it now? I'm going to say maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago. How's my memory? I do remember watching video from people that went and set up some, set up outside the range there somewhere that had vision looking in towards the spaceport. They were probably a good sort of, I'm going to say they might have been like a good 2 kilometres away maybe. Tell you what, it's hard to see behind me with the box on the back. I've got one vehicle behind me, that's cool. There is a reverse camera. You know what? There's a reverse camera on this vehicle. And obviously you put the car in reverse and it turns on and you can see out the back, which is very helpful, but it would be nice to be able to turn that on even when you're driving forwards, to be able to use the screen as a rear view camera / mirror. But the vehicle behind me isn't wanting to pass me, so I think everyone's just settled into a good pace. Everyone's sort of happy to just sit on 100. Max, go get a Sanger, mate. Can't have the moderators hungry moderators. Henry, I'm happy to, if you know and understand what living vicariously means, I'm happy to stop and grab a snack in Proserpine on your behalf. Probably not a sandwich. I've had enough bread today, which wasn't even that much, just a little bit of sourdough that my breakfast came out on. So it was a beautiful breakfast. I've added avocado back into my diet these days and I'm happy with that. It's a good move. Avocado's delicious. What else? What was funny the other day? That's right. When we were passing Somerset Dam, talking about Starlink, and then all of a sudden, when you start to take notice, Tezza and I saw so many houses out there with Starlink dishes on their roofs. All the big standard Starlink dishes, the Gen 1s and Gen 2s. Oh, maybe not Gen 1s, I think they were around, but Gen 2s, definitely. So yeah, I think there's a good amount of truck stops or vehicle rest stops. As I see the Australia Post truck just over in that truck stop on the right. They're a bit like, there's a bunch of them. Oh, that's right. What's that? Oh, Commodore. So there's a crashed Commodore on the side of the road back there, which is like a warning of to drive carefully. Henry's just mentioning that your school camp has Starlink. Yeah. And can you tether it? Can you tether off it? Can you use it as a Wi-Fi hotspot? So you guys, heaven forbid you guys go out to school camp and not be able to use your iPads. So Waze is just saying exactly 1 hour to go to get to Bowen. I know my protection officer is driving along here somewhere too. I gave him a call earlier whilst I was having my brunch, and he was just south of Mackay. So, but we'll touch base tonight. We'll meet for the first time. Use your train brain. Use your train brain. I do like, you know what, there's some advertising out there that's crap. One that I think is crap is every K over is a killer. What a load of crap. Every K over is a killer. So no one dies at 99 Ks an hour, but they die at 101. What a load of crap. I don't like that one. I think it is stupid. But use your train brain. I don't mind that one. There's working in and around the railway lines, we do hear about whenever whenever a train crash happens that takes the life of somebody, especially at a level crossing, especially in Queensland. iPhones are the hot topic out at school camp. Well, I mean, Henry, maybe you can fill this in. Do you guys not use laptops or iPads for actual school curriculum, like to do certain classes? I don't think you guys have. Do you guys even still use exercise books? What about? And then you say, well, isn't it now? Aren't iPhones or smartphones, Samsungs, your Galaxies, aren't they all banned now at school? You're not allowed to take them to school now. Didn't that come into legislation sometime not long ago? I mean, personally, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to control devices these days. If you're using devices for school, but then, you know, you get all these like password protections put on where you can't access things like social media now until you're over 16, which, yeah, I believe includes YouTube. I think we might just, we'll get past the budget truck. Just follow the Ranger. Someone's probably moving house. I'll do a quick, yep, the vehicle behind me got past as well, so there you go. And they're happy to stay back there. What a beautiful part of the world. I know, I think it's been a while for you all. Oh, that Australia flag. Not much left of that Australian flag on the left there. I like seeing the Australian flags flying at people's properties. Laptops are used for school, only use exercise books for maths class. Well, that's cool. At least you're still writing with a pen, I guess. Common programs that are used are OneNote Word. Is that it? OneNote Word? I mean, it all makes sense. I get it. You know, move with the times, technology. It's good to know that you guys are still, as we got to some roadworks. Traffic stopped up here. Our first roadworks for the work trip. Although we won't have to stop because we've got the green. iPhones are allowed at school, but they have to be locked away. Does that mean you can go to your lockers at lunchtime and you can have your phone during lunch? Something like that, maybe? Does that mean, like, if that's the case, do all the kids just sit around on their iPhones and Galaxies all lunch, not talking to each other? Or maybe they are talking to each other, but maybe it's via Messenger. I'd like to think kids are still running around the school grounds at lunch, keeping fit, being active, playing sport like we used to. Anything from, are you still allowed to play Red Rover? Or British Bulldogs, if you know that's, if you call it British Bulldogs. Oh, I tell you what I haven't turned on yet, the UHF. Mickey B, if you're still listening, what this UHF is the ICOM. It's old school in this one. Will it turn on? Turn on. There we go. Channel 40. There we go. Yeah, there's it's old school, this one. Can I get a radio check, please?
Oh, good, mate.
Appreciate it. Have a good day. There we go. Radio's on and works. But I'll tell you what, it's missing, if you can see that, it's missing the... It's missing the bit at the back which hooks onto the holder, so it just sits down in the center console, which is unfortunate. So Henry, OneNote is a program, Word is a different program, two different programs. Well, Word, Microsoft Word. Don't we call it MS Word? Max, I agree about learning how to read and write properly on notebooks, exercise books. But I do believe that there's a place for technology as well, absolutely. Actually, I remember doing grade 11 and 12. Yes, grade 11 and 12, because that's what we say in Queensland. I remember doing information technology and computer science. And we did it with the 5 1/4 inch floppy drives, and also the 3 1/2 inch floppy drives, which aren't as floppy, started coming in. But the old school proper floppy disks, writing DOS commands. That's what we were doing when I was in grade 11 and 12. I like older years. Good on you, Henry. So the youngins at school run around and play handball. I liked handball. I was pretty good at handball back in the day. I think I probably played a bit of handball last year against someone, and taught them a thing or two. And but I was pretty good at handball. Marbles, yo-yos. We used to use the long jump sand pit. We used to make these jumps and tunnels and bridges and stuff. And then what you'd do is you would unwind the string off your yo-yo, but then you would wind it back up, but it wasn't connected. Wind it back up, and then you'd spin it, and it would come off the end of the string. and then it would like you'd try and do jumps with them, and I don't know, does anyone, like, that's what we used to do as kids. Does anyone still use yo-yos, Henry? Henry's cool, yeah. Yo-yos were super cool, especially all of the special string and super string, all the ones like Fanta and Coke and Sprite. There was some really very cool yo-yos doing tricks around the world and rock the cradle, all that sort of stuff. I agree again with you, Max, that when your tech goes down, when your battery goes flat, we talk about it with surveying, because there's old school ways of surveying and there's the high-tech ways of surveying. And yeah, when the tech goes down, you've got to be able to back it up with some reading, writing and arithmetic. Old school. Pen and paper. I remember my mate, won't say his name, but him and his daughter, they had a power outage about 6 weeks ago. No, probably 2-3 months ago. They had a power outage, and I rocked around to their place to say, "G'day, what are you up to?" Someone had driven into a power pole, so they had no power in their house. They were literally sitting on the couch, bored out of their brains, doing nothing, because they had no power, and his 6-year-old daughter's iPad had gone flat and no way to charge it. I mean, they could have sat in the car out in the driveway, but they were just lying on the couch in the dark, no tech, bored out of their brains. And I'm like, where's a deck of cards? Let's light some candles. Let's get a deck of cards out. I've bought them a set of Uno so we can play Uno when we go over there. Like, where's the Monopoly? Where's the Trivial Pursuit? Where are the board games? Like, people are doing that stuff online now. People are playing, oh, let's play Trivial Pursuit, and they turn their tech on and they do it via the tech. Too bad if you got no power. Big egos. Good work, Henry. Yo-yos, tell you what, yo-yos are a thing. Yo-yos are cool. Yeah, well, look, school today, it would be so much different to when I was at school, when Maxie was at school. Even Terry's a couple of years younger than me. I'll say a couple. Common sense isn't very common, Max. I'm going to make that as a shirt. Oh, hey, we can chat about that. So, Tezza, and we were looking at hours, the watched hours on the channel on Sunday, and it was sitting at 900 and, what was it? Sitting on like 995 watched hours on the channel. So Sunday's hours watched pushed us over the 1,000 hours mark. So for the mods, I sent that around. The first 1,000 watched hours is obviously always the hardest. Now we need to track the second 1,000 hours. So it's taken about 5 months to get the first 1,000 watched hours. I'm hoping it only takes about 2.5 months to get the second, and then maybe 1 month to get the third. So we're looking, hopefully in about 3.5 months, to be able to activate. So we're looking at like pretty much the end of the year to be able to activate the memberships. Activate memberships. I don't know what I just did, but anyway. Proserpine, yep, I've stayed here before, I've worked here. I actually had one of my worst work experience in Proserpine, working in a cane field surveying. It was terrible. It's the worst surveying job that I've ever done, because the cane field, when they're a a well-structured cane field and there hasn't been a storm through, the cane stands upright and you've just got all these rows, and it's actually not too bad. There's no wind in there, and you've got to have a long pole to get the GPS signal out because it's like 3 meters high. So you need a pole that's like 10 foot long, but you can't walk through with a 10 foot long pole. So you're always up and down with the telescopic pole. But if a storm has been through, then the cane is all crisscrossed and you need a machete to get through it. And I stabbed myself in the ear with a bit of cane grass, perforated, or at least, I know it didn't rupture my eardrum at the time, but definitely hit it. And then it got infected and perforated a little bit down the track. So that was terrible. I didn't like that. That was not fun. Alrighty, so the BP, is it the BP I stop at usually? I believe so. So I am going to just pop out for a bit. It'll be a be right back. I'll try not to go under the roof. Which hotel did I stay in? This one, the A&A Motel. I think that's the one I stayed in when I was here. Looks familiar. I could walk over and get my breakfast from here, so let's stop. And I will park. Oh yeah, I can park here. Here we go. I'll park over here. You're right, yeah? There we go, just letting the driver out of his ute. There we go, beautiful. All right, what's across the road? Kebabs and pizza, blah, blah, blah. All right, anyway, I am gonna leave the car running. But I will take my phone. So I'll be able to tell if someone steals the car. There we go. All right, back soon, team, back soon. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, we are back. We're back. And are we live? Alright, I got some snacks. I don't know if you saw. Can anyone guess what snacks I bought? First person to guess my snack correctly wins a virtual meat tray. Virtual meat tray. Yeah, I'm not far from Bowen now. All right, let's back it up, back it up, back it up. Wave to the people that I was inside the BP with. Now I've got to, oh, the roof's just there. All right, I'm going to go under the roof quickly, team, but hopefully it'll glitch, should glitch just a little bit, but we'll be back. Hello, police. All right, that might glitch just a bit, but we're back out. Oh my God, Henry, seriously. Henry, did you see what you saw on the camera? Is that what happened? Henry wins a virtual meat tray. Henry, how did you know? How did you know? Hello, Scooter. The Scooter in Proserpine. Henry, you saw it, didn't you? Here we go. What we got? We've got the original beef jerky, the Jack Links. But we don't stop there. We got the barbecue beef jerky. But hang on a second. I haven't had this one yet. We've got the peppered beef jerky. Jack Links should sponsor me. I might hashtag them. I actually have met one of the executives for Jack Links down the Gold Coast. Good man, him and his puppy. As we look at the turn off there to go to Whit Sundays. Oh, the Whit Sundays. Oh, that's right. We had our Christmas work party at the Whit Sundays at Airlie Beach last year. It's putting a smile on my face. That was a fun night. If there's one thing I noticed at walking around Airlie Beach last year for our Christmas function, it was so many women compared to men. It was easily 4 or 5 women to 1 guy. Now, that's not to say they were all single or married, whatever, but just so many women and so many tourists as well. Crazy. You don't need to go overseas to experience other cultures and other countries. Just go to Airlie Beach. Alrighty, I am thirsty. Ah, you did see it. All right, yeah. Well, I wasn't really thinking of having that as a question until after I got in. But well done for you for having a keen eye. It's not like it's a very big picture in the bottom corner there. More cane train crossings. 3 train lines, 3 cane train lines. So obviously lots of sugarcane carriages would probably sit there during peak harvesting season. I'm on the road again. Bit of Willie Nelson. Oh, and it's also the main North Line as well on the left. So you got the main North Line, but then you've got all these little cane train tracks crossing over too. So you got one of each just to the left of us there, small cane train, and then the North Coast line. Iced tea's whose drink? Do you reckon my drink's iced tea? I'm going to throw a furphy here. That one. The was it glacier water? Glacier, whatever. Vitamin water. What flavour is this one? The antioxidant flavour, the mixed berry flavour. Low kilojoule. Anyway. It is beautiful, Tez. It's so good up here. Personally, it is starting to warm up though. Like heading up this way in the middle of winter is perfect. But it's not too bad. Considering I will have to wear long sleeve, long pants, and steel cap boots over the next 9 days. It'll be warm, but it should be okay. I tell you what, though, if my boss is still listening in, I think this vehicle could do with a regas on the aircon. Mind you, I do have the sun beaming straight through into the front window. But Tezza, how about I will justify your answer. You may have seen it. I did buy 2 drinks, mate, and you may have you nailed it. There's the other one. Definitely the iced tea. But you probably saw me buy one on Sunday when I bought you your Coke no sugar, mate. When I met George and Jill driving the old Monaro. That was a beautiful car. If you didn't see the Monaro, check out the last stream from Sunday as we drove out along the Warrego Highway, stopped in to get a quick drink. And yeah, I met George and Jill. They're out in the Monaro enjoying a really nice car on a beautiful day. No, I can't roll sleeves up working in the rail corridor, Henry. I have to wear the high vis, long sleeve, long pants, steel cap boots, hat. I have to have gloves with me. I don't have to wear them, but I have to have them with me. Yeah, I had to do. Yesterday, I went through and did all of the Horizon certifications again, online certifications for working for Horizon. Got to stay current. So I went through and got all my certificates requalified for the next 2 years. Anyway, the microphone's right there. I don't need to yell. I can just talk. What is going on? Where are you? Why are you all over the road? I wonder if it's a personalised number plate. DMT on the number plate. I wonder if that means anything. What does DMT mean? Isn't it some sort of, is it hallucinogenic? Is that right? Is DMT a drug of some description? And I can tell it's definitely a personalised number plate. If it was just a normal plate turned into a personalised number plate, the numbers would come first here in Queensland. So, Henry, when you say Pepsi Max is so much better than Coke no sugar, that's a subjective opinion, my friend. It is to you. Now, I'm not saying it's better or worse. To me, Coke Zero, Coke no sugar and Coke Pepsi Max, they're basically the same thing. I don't care for one or the other. Does not faze me. As long as it's got bourbon, rum, whiskey, vodka, as long as it's got that added to it, it does not faze me. ice cream. And it doesn't matter, some people prefer heavier. Some people prefer a full-bodied Shiraz over a Pinot Noir, for instance. But it doesn't make one better than the other. In objective terms, that is. It's all about preference. Ford's better than Holden. To some people. You know, WRXs are better than Evos. To some people. They sound better. They definitely sound better. Japanese V8s sound better than German V8s. Japanese V10s sound better than German V10s. Very subjective, but that's my opinion. Terry, I was on your wavelength when I said that. I was actually trying to think at the time what you're going to have in yours. I think you're doing bourbons at the moment. Bourbons or rums? I tell ya, who is anyone going to put their hand up when I do my live stream from Brisbane to Cairns? It will include a quick stop at the Bundaberg Rum Distillery. Hands up, who wants to come for a live stream? Actually, you know what? That would actually be a cool a day live stream. Leaving early in the morning, missing the peak hour traffic out of Brisbane. We'll make our destination the Beanley, not Beanley, that wouldn't be a very far trip, the Bundaberg Rum Distillery. That'll be a good trip. We'll do that one. Do a day trip there. Ice cream and a light drink. An oxymoron. Whiskey or bourbon, they're the same thing. It's just that whiskey is from, there's Scotch from Scotland or bourbon from America, but they're all whiskey. So if it was Australian, it's a whiskey. We need to come up with our own name. So whiskey from Scotland is called Scotch whiskey. Whiskey from America, from around the Tennessee area, is your bourbon whiskey. We've got things like Ned whiskey and stuff like that, but we could have an Australian name for Aussie whiskey. We could. Does it already exist, or can we make one up? Let's turn the radio down a bit. We've had a mention of Lamborghinis. Henry's saying that Lambos are getting too common nowadays. Look, I do like a Lamborghini. I think a Lamborghini as a car is beautiful, aggressive, fast, loud, bright colours. I like them. I think they're works of art. But they're like a Picasso versus compared to a Ferrari, which are definitely they're prettier. They're more, they're just the next level up. I think they're higher class, higher status. I've actually got more friends that drive Ferraris than I do Lamborghinis. So, but I do have a V10. Oh, I need to get, you know what? I need to get my Audi out of the car yard. It is for sale, but it hasn't sold yet. If it hasn't sold by, let's just say something like Christmas, yeah? If it hasn't sold by Christmas, I need to sell a couple of other cars though, but I will take possession back of the Audi V10. That car sounds awesome. Seriously. I'm not saying that a German V10 doesn't sound good, but what I'm saying is that the Lexus LFA sounds better. The Lexus LFA sounds better than its equivalent German stablemate being the Is it the Porsche 918 Spider? The Porsche, yeah, it's one of those. It's the V10. Anyway. But that's not to take away from German V10s. All I was saying that the Japanese V10 does sound nicer. Or even the 5-rotor, I'm going to have to say it, the 5-rotor, a turbocharged 5-rotor, which there's not that many around, but they sound incredible. One of the best sounding cars would be the 5-rotor. If you want to hear it, there's a guy in America, I can't say his name, it's like an Italian name. Is it Mazzi? Formula Mazzi has a turbocharged 5-rotor in a kit car. It's producing 1,100 horsepower on like less than 20 pounds of boost or something. Sounds incredible. He's built the whole thing from scratch too. Amazing. Aren't they all sugar? Yes, Max, they are all sugar. Well, but not vodka. Trust me, I know how to make vodka. I make it. It can be made with sugar, or potatoes, or a few other different things if you want. But there's no sugar left when it's basically the yeast eats the sugar and then farts out. It farts out carbon dioxide and let's say wheeze out alcohol. That's what the yeast does. Wheeze out alcohol and farts out carbon dioxide. And once it's all fermented, you've got vodka. Well, it depends which way you distill it. You could have gin. Henry, when do you turn 18, buddy? You don't have to say exactly when, but I know it's not far. Actually, you know what would be okay? You know what would be fun? Hiring a Kia Carnival and doing a live stream. We'll have camera front, camera back, and then maybe 2 cameras inside for the passengers. And we do a road trip to somewhere like I said, the Bundy Rum Distillery, or maybe Byron Bay, or something like that. Okay, that's just come to me. I like that idea. We can make that happen. It'll be a good way of setting up the hire car. We'll make a destination out of it. It's just everyone needs to be well behaved with their language and stuff like that. Birdsville. Oh, another Australian flag. Birdsville. Well, fingers crossed. Who wrote Birdsville? Max. Fingers crossed. I'll be at Birdsville in a couple of weeks, but I won't be able to. It won't be a Kia Carnival. That's for sure. It won't be a Kia Carnival. I don't have to yell, do I? I just need to talk. Keep forgetting the microphone is literally right near my mouth. Next year, Henry. Oh, you know what? We could actually make it Henry's birthday, or at least the weekend after Henry's birthday. Talk to me. Let me know on the. You can direct message. We calling them DMs, PMs. What do we call direct messaging or private messaging these days? DMs, aren't we? Sliding into the DMs. Anyway, Henry, just message me, mate, when your birthday is, and maybe we'll try and plan next year. Hire a little minibus thing and do a live stream for your birthday, something like that. That'd be cool. Maybe, you know, it's an option. It's a suggestion. Yeah, mate, DMs, make it happen. And we could grab those peeps from around Brisbane. We'd at least have a moderator for that trip. Maxi. Oh no, he'd probably... Then we'll have to come down and do one down in Sydney that Max can come on. I was thirsty. Oh, I'm so keen to... So I'll be honest, I drove from... Well, I did a live stream from Mount Isa a couple of months ago. It was about 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that. I actually... Well, that's right. I live streamed as much as I could until I got to near Toowoomba, and then I lost broadband, and then it cut out. And then I actually used the GoPro and I recorded the trip all the way to Mount Isa, but it did it in like 25-minute clips, and I just hadn't gotten around to clipping it all together, putting it all back together, and putting it up on the channel. But the other thing is too, it wouldn't have been live. So, you know, it's okay to have a few things up there that aren't live, shorts, bits and pieces, but that's not the aim of the channel. You can't jump on the live chat when it's not live. So, thank you, Starlink. Tez is all for the Henry's 18th birthday, taking him on a road tripping a minibus style live stream. That is, we need to discuss that one, moderators. Actually, you know what? By then, Henry might even be. We're toying around with the idea of Henry being a moderator, aren't we? Yes, Henry. I think we're getting close. Obviously, we'll have to vote a silent ballot with the other moderators to see if that's the way we want to go. But you do a good job with Mitch, yeah? I don't know. I'm trying to remember if Tex is our moderator from Melbourne. He's good at letting me know. If it wasn't for Tex, I forget that I was streaming out on Facebook as well. He's always one of the first ones to jump on and react to the live stream on Facebook. So thanks, Tex. He doesn't jump over onto YouTube very much, but then I don't know if he's at work or not at the moment. I noticed, Max, you did put those comments up there, buddy. Legend, Derry, thank you, appreciate it. I'm assuming, Max, you're the one person that is watching it on Facebook. Obviously, being Tuesday afternoon, most people are going to be at work. Most people. Is it Tez? Tez is not at work today. I'm assuming you're back at work tomorrow, buddy. You're launching a rocket. What are you playing? Gerbil. What's that space game? Is it Gerbil? I don't know, eh? I know there's some space game. I don't know if you can play it on your phone. I know it's pretty much. I thought it was a PC game. So Max is saying have a barbecue on top of Big Red. So my work colleague Steve was showing me where Big Red is, Max, and I am planning on being there in a couple of weeks' time. Barbecue? I don't know about a barbecue. I don't know that I'll have a barbecue with me. I'll have a fridge with me. Maybe I'll have an ice cream. I might have an ice cream. Maybe. Roger Tez. That's all right. No, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Like I said, if I can get some video footage, some cool video footage of working near the trains, I'll get some shorts, so you guys will have an idea of what I'll be up to. World of aircraft. Is that what you're talking about, Max? Is it world of aircraft? World of airports? World of airports, something? You've got some events to process? I think that looks like an interesting game. I just don't really have enough time to play it. Plus it's on the phone, yeah? I don't play games on my phone. I mean, it's not like I never have, but I really try not to. My life's too busy. I got 2 jobs, either hanging around off sky-rise buildings or driving through the Queensland outback. How good Starlink? Question mark, exclamation mark. So good. So good. World of airports. You're not a real plane spotter unless you play that game, yeah? I think that's where I would say that I'm definitely more of a plane spotter than the average person, definitely. Like, I remember when the first A380 flew into Sydney and I was right there. I rode out, I only lived 10 minutes away, so I wasn't working that day, so I rode my motorcycle out to the northern end of the main runway, and that's where it came in, straight over our heads. That was pretty cool. That's a few years ago. When was that? Like 2009, 2010, something like that. I was living in Randwick at the time, so it wasn't very far to get to the airport. And where I parked my motorcycle is now like not there anymore. And like it was just a grass verge on the side of the road that goes around the end of the runway. And now I think all of that area is it's where Sid Squad does some of their filming from, near the hot dog stand, I believe, near the canal. Near there, not far from there, but it's all changed. Max, you're showing your age when you say stuff like that. Oh, hello! We have a train. We have a goods train. Well, yeah, we do have a goods train. Oh, the trees are going to be in the way. But there's no vehicle behind me. There is no vehicle behind me. There we go. There's an Horizon train. Choo, choo. First train seen on the North Coast line. Geez, that only took an hour and a bit or something, didn't it? Trains, planes and automobiles. Apollo Motorhomes. I used to work for them. Worked for them for 6 months. Wasn't quite I just didn't have as much fun in that job as I was hoping. But I did learn how to refurbish motorhomes. Where was I saying? That's right. I was saying, Max, you're showing your age when you say you can remember the first 747 and the first Concorde landing in Australia. No, not a lot of trucks, to be honest. We'll see. I reckon we'll see a lot more trucks driving between Bathurst and, I'm just going to call it Birdsville, because I don't think many people know where I'm going to. I'll be working on a road between Birdsville and I can't even remember the name of it now. It's left my brain. Anyway, north of Birdsville. So, and I'll overnight in Quilpie, so I'll go from Bathurst to Quilpie, day 1, and day 2 Quilpie to, oh, make me look it up. Baduri, thank you, Baduri. Thank you, Max. Yes, thank you. So I'll be working on the road between Birdsville and Baduri, but closer to Baduri. So should be catching up with one of my work colleagues at Quilpie, and then we'll convoy from Quilpie to Baduri. So I will live stream that 2 days worth of driving. Well, you know, if I'm paying for unlimited internet at X amount of dollars per month, I might as well use it. Kangaroos for the next 5 kilometres. I bet you we don't see one. Maybe roadkill, but maybe not. All right, peppered beef jerky. Let's try the peppered beef jerky. I have not tried this yet, but it's definitely beef jerky is my choice of snacking on the road. Oh, that smells good. Jerky or biltong? Jerky or biltong? That's the question that my work colleagues ask. It's actually hard to buy biltong at a service station. As a B-double. I know Cow's not here, but we've got Cows. Hello, Cows. They're not moving very fast. All eating. The cows are eating grass, and I'm actually currently eating a cow. And a horse. Hello, horsey. One horse. One horse town. Am I 10 k's from Bowen? No, Tesla was at B&E for the A380 World Tour? Is that when the first A380 flew into Australia, and that was I'm trying to remember. When I saw it, it was painted in Singapore colours, but then was it in Qantas colours and then Singapore colours, or was it the other way around? It got painted. the one aircraft kept getting resprayed different colours, different carriers. Yeah, well, biltong you got to try to sort of get. You got to find someone who can make it, and you buy it off them fresh, like markets. Like you get really good, usually get really good biltong at markets, but you don't really get it from. Okay, one roadkill. There you go. There's one dead kangaroo. Yeah, you don't get a lot of you can't. You don't buy biltong from your service stations or your Woolies or Coles or maybe Aldi. I don't know. Maybe. So many memories. Well, did you live at Collinsville, Terry, or did you just live near there? Whit Sunday Paradise. Well, I'll tell you what. Has Only Planes got their scheduled stream up? Is it scheduled yet? I mean, I could look. Oh, yeah? Oh, so they're likely to start their stream around 3 o'clock. There we go. So Only Planes, upcoming, notify me. So yeah, most of us will we'll finish this stream, and then most of us will probably might see you on the other stream, maybe, or maybe not. Oh, mango. There's the big Bowen mango. Let's just cruise through. Just cruise through nice and slowly. If I position the vehicle correctly, like this. There we go. Nice and quickly. There you go, there's a big mango. I just needed to, well, it was a Kia Carnival. I waved to the guy just to let him know that I was just going to duck in front of him quickly, so all good there. I don't think I've ever stopped here. Oh, how's the ocean? Jetties. Right, so let's see. I think our stream is due to end currently. Oh, it'll be around 3 o'clock. So let's just keep driving out towards Abbott Point. Might do a tour through Mackay through Bowen another time. So let's go. Abbott Point. Right, so we won't. I was thinking, hey, cool, we could just drive through Bowen, do a little sightsee tour, and then go to the Bowen Spaceport. But I don't think we have enough time to do that. And Melbourne Flyer, right. Lots of, wow, I could just, what do we call it? Channel surfing? It'd be like channel surfing the plane spotting channels. I always thought it was funny, there's your hill, Tezza. I thought it was funny that you have to do this big loop around the airport. Oh, I like that sign. Form 1 lane, merge in turn. You never see those signs south of here. And I definitely think people in Brisbane need that instruction. Form 1 lane, merge in turn. There's also signs that say merge like a zip, like in Tassie and stuff, but definitely you don't see them in Brisbane or Sydney. Alrighty. All right, Bowen straight ahead. That's where I'm staying tonight, but we'll continue up the Bruce Highway. We'll just carve ourselves around the airport. And no plane spotting at the moment. I see a Cessna, what's that, a 182, and some other little thing sitting next to it. Victor Hotel, Victor Hotel? Was it Oscar Hotel Zulu? Couldn't have painted that any bigger on the side of the Cessna. I'm saying 182, but someone could check it. 172, 182, one of those. Like I said, you guys are better plane spotters than me. We are due to get in at Abbott Point at literally 1 minute to 3. So red light camera. Bowen has a red light camera. What's going on there? Hello, truck. We've got semis and we got some sort of plant equipment, a harvester. Just turning left there. Oh, there's Big Red. Max, there's Big Red. Right in front of us. Big Red. Fruit and veg markets. All right, 13 kilometres to the turn-off to Abbott Point. Oh, you're laughing at the Big Red joke? Yep. Yeah, there's Big Red and then there's Little Big Red. Turn off to Collinsville. Can't wait to go hang out in Townsville again. I would like to try and make the V8 supercar event in Townsville next year. Nice indicator, Mr. Truck. Where's your indicator, mate? Good work. Maybe your hand doesn't work. Townsville's only 200 k's away, so close. .29 degrees. little bit overcast. Getting a bit grey, but it's good. It takes a bit of heat out of the day, having the clouds there. More cows. Go cows. All right, so about 20 minutes of the stream left, people. I just want to thank everyone that's come through. Thank you. Hope it's been a trip down memory lane for a few peeps like Max and Tezza. Hope it inspires people like Henry to want to get up here once he's fully licensed and has all the freedom that he needs to enjoy driving around Queensland and Australia. What's the fuel here? 179.9 for unleaded, 204.9 for premium. Oh, let's see if we've finally got a bridge to go under. Let's see how, if it glitches just with such a small little bridge. All right, Starlink. It's literally a little one-lane bridge. Will it just glitch at all? I should do a speed test. I don't think it glitched at all. No, that's all right. Nice to know. I'll probably just do a speed test. So there's two speed tests. There's an easy one I can do on my phone, but that's also accounting for the Wi-Fi between the router and my phone. So if I do a speed test, it's reading 150, 160, 170, 180, we got up to 187, 188. So around the 170, 180 megabytes per second. So 175 megabytes per second download, 58 meg upload, 57, 58. 59. That's good. And then 36 milliseconds of latency. So 175 meg a second download, 57 upload, and 36 milliseconds of latency. That's there's some decent numbers. There's some decent numbers. I think Middo was saying he doesn't get anywhere near that on NBN. Hey Henry, are you still there? What is an 830T? When you said it's too heavy to launch into Earth's atmosphere. Terry, you did nothing wrong. You don't need to be sorry if you did nothing wrong. You had a phone call. No need to be sorry. You're a good mate. We didn't talk too much about you. "4 kilometres to the turnoff." So there's a spaceport just near here somewhere. How cool is that? I mean, there's obviously Woomera rocket range down in South Australia, which I've been in. I didn't really see too much while I was down there, but I've definitely been there. Maralinga. Built a bit of infrastructure down that way. Whilst I was in the army, back in the 90s that was. That was a long time ago. Are you saying that 830 tonnes is too much to get? No. Isn't Starship like 5,000 tonnes? Yeah, that's the whole ship. That's not payload. That's not payload. I'll give you that. I'll give you that much. Annual bull sale. Anyone need a bull? Well, I think it's a Ford Ranger behind me. I'll let them pass me so that when I make this turn up here, there won't be anyone behind me. I'm sure there's a turning lane, but trying to encourage him to pass me. Come on, buddy. Here he comes. Ranger danger. There you go. Little Goodbye Creek. That's a bit cute. 1 kilometre. So now there's no vehicles behind me. So I just did that, like just something simple. Let that one vehicle get past me because I know that I'm going to turn up here. So now I can slow down without causing anyone behind me to have to slow up. Abbott Point Road. Alrighty, I've been wanting to come up here for a while, check out where this spaceport is. I might have to switch to another map. I know it's up here on the right. Let's go satellite. Yep, so it's up here on the right. There'll be a bit of infrastructure on the left first. Looks like some buildings or something. Oh yeah, can see some starch hangers, some of those shipping container hangers. Can I not get past here? Come on. Can I not get past here? Is this a gate? What's going on? What? What? Is that it? Maybe this is their front gate, is it? Maybe that's it. I don't... So, well, that was a letdown. I wonder what's on the other side of the railway line. I know there's a road on the other side. Let's go. No, I won't go across that. Although I'm allowed to. I don't have any business in there at the moment, so. Oh well, there you go. So there's, I don't know if that's the gate to the Gilmore space. There's like no signage there. Or if that's the road for, yeah, it is like an Area 51 gate, Tezza. Exactly. That's a mild letdown. I thought we could get a bit closer. We got 10 minutes. I'll go across the, I'll see how far up the other side we can go. Does say BRC, does say no through road, but we'll go as far as we can. Rail provisioning yard. Is that Horizon or is it? Well, I'm not authorised, people, so that's a shame. And okay, well that's as far as I think I can get. Let us. So the people that videoed the rocket launch, I might just stop here quickly. And yeah, so private road, no trespassing, authorised entry only, blah, blah, blah. Alrighty. Let's have a quick search. Let's you cannot access the Bowen Spaceport itself, but potential viewing locations include Coral Beach, Grays Beach, Lions Park, Ethel, Barker Park, Queens Beach, Yasu Point, or Flagstaff Hill, which offer views of Gilmore Space launch. However, there are no official viewing spots and public access to the spaceport is restricted. For future launches, you can check out Gilmore Space Technologies website for updates to their live stream video feed. Alrighty team, well that's a little bit of a letdown, but I mean I don't know where Coral Beach is. Let's have a quick look. Coral Beach. See how far away that is. Coral Beach. It says 80 kilometres. There's Coral Beach Cove is 18 kilometres. What about Grays Beach? Let's type that in. Grays Beach says it's 21 minutes away. So back at Bowen. So it's saying you can't see the spaceport from there, but you'd be able to see a rocket launching from there. What else was there? Well, Flagstaff Hill, that's the hill in the middle of... So there's no places close by. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Well, that's a shame. Well, let's finish the stream with a big sign that says private road. There we go. So there's the road towards the Bowen Spaceport. Sorry that I couldn't get us any closer. Yep. Let's finish the stream here. Thank you very much, everyone. I really really appreciate you joining me today. Next stream will be yeah, driving somewhere between here and Blackwater, I would think. So keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, I'm glad that we got this done before any other stream. So Maxi, thank you. I just want to thank Max, awesome moderator. Tezza, you're a great moderator too. Henry, you're awesome. Oh, you're back, but yeah, we're shutting it down now, mate. We couldn't get any closer, unfortunately. So thanks for being with me. And where's that camera? Right there. Take care, and yep, we'll catch you soon.